What is going on, guys? Ryan from Livin Salty here. Today we are out here on Lil Salt with Senior Salty down there. Today we are doing our first ever crabbing video here on Lil Salt. We're loaded down here with 4 crab traps that I was graciously given by the Salty fam for Christmas this year. One of the top things I wanted was crab traps. I love me some blue crabs, and we're gonna be trying to catch them at a Fort Pierce here. So we're loaded down with 4 traps, a bunch of bait, and we don't really know where the crabs are, so it's gonna take some experimenting, but we're gonna go ahead and drop them in the water today, wait a couple days, and we'll be checking them, and hopefully today is a crab catch and cook video for you guys. So we got our first trap of 4 here, and what we're gonna be doing is we have these spoil islands along the intercoastal over here. So you can see we got one over here. And so we're gonna put one on the inside of the intercoastal here on the spoil island, one on the outside, and we're gonna do the same thing for the next island up ahead. No secretive spots. We're not holding back for you guys because we don't know what we're doing. Or don't know how to crab this area yet. Our bait of choice here is going to be fish carcasses today. These are all going to be Spanish mackerel from our offshore trip last weekend. We caught a bunch of them, so not a ton of bait. We don't have a lot. We don't really have our freezer stocked up yet, but it should be enough to experiment to see if there's some crabs around here. The first spot, we got about a 10-foot buoy. We got one lead on this buoy, so it weights down the line a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and face it with the top down towards the bottom. First crab trap. Drop the buoy with it. Mark that on the screen there, Senior Salty. So Senior's gonna mark on our fish finder exactly where we just dropped it. Ready to deploy trap number 2. About 6 feet of water off the second spoil island. Oop, you gotta go through.
You gotta go, yeah.
Here we go. This one's got a double buoy, so hopefully nobody hits that one. Like I said, we are on the inside of the spoil island, so intercoastal is actually on the other side of the spoil island. So we got the barrier island, spoil islands, and that's where our 2 are located here. Now we're going to try on the other side of this island and put one on this island and one on the next. Just trying to change it up, different water depth, different currents and all that kind of stuff. Trying to keep it in the same location so we can kind of figure out if this is a good area, a bad area. Should we move? Should we go shallower, deeper? You know, kind of trying to figure it out, but keeping them all together. All right, so this one we are doing a little different actually. We're gonna put it near a channel marker. So Senior's gonna drive past here. I'm gonna toss it out. 3. Number 3 is looking good there, right near the channel marker. Now I also happen to have my stone crab license as well, which we're not really targeting stone crab, but I have actually caught stone crab inside of a blue crab trap before, so it is a possibility. So that one, maybe you'll get a stone crab. Let's try to catch stone crabs near channel markers. So hey, you never know. Now all we got left is one more crab trap, and we're heading for that island. With our biggest Spanish mackerel of the trip. Getting ready to deploy it. Actually, we're probably going to deploy it right now.
We're at 4 feet right now.
4 feet deep?
Yeah. Oh, we have 4 feet right now. So.
Nice trap. Another good quality looking buoy here. $10 crab traps. Here we go.
Crab trap deployed.
First deployment trip for crab trap season on Lil Salt 2025. Success. Maybe the worst time of the year to go crabbing. Who the heck knows? I just know it's absolutely freezing here in Florida, and we're heading right back in. We'll see you guys out in a couple of days when we go to check these spots. It's cold! Day 2, we are heading on out to check on our crab traps. 2 days later after I said it, Drop it down in the comments. Do we still have all 4 crab traps? And do we have any blue crabs in it? My prediction, all 4 traps, yes. Any blue crabs, no. See your Salty, official prediction.
I think we'll get a couple crabs.
Think we'll get a couple crabs?
Yep.
Do we have all the traps still?
Yes.
All right. Senior Salty's feeling optimistic today. Hopefully he's right. I am going to include this footage no matter what, and we're going to be making this video no matter what until we catch crabs. We're going to keep coming out, keep sending the traps, trying different spots until we have ourselves a good crab catch and cook. Let's go check some pots. Crab trap number 1 on Lil Salty. Here we go. This is on the inside of the island, not on the intercoastal side. Empty.
Oh no.
Oh wait, spider crab? Oh, we got 2 crabs, not completely empty.
Okay.
We got a spider crab and looks like one other crab. This is our first crab we got. It's called a spider crab. We used to get these up north going for lobster and everything as well. Not a good crab to eat or anything, so he's going free. Our second crab here is pretty cool. Looks very similar to a blue crab. He's got red claws and stuff. I'm not really sure exactly what kind he is, but looks like similar to a blue crab, but not exactly a blue crab, so we're letting him go.
Would that make good bait?
This would probably make actually, yeah, really good bait for permit fishing or drum fishing or anything like that, but we're not fishing anytime soon, so we're just gonna let him go. But it is a very nice looking crab. See you, buddy. How deep is it there, Senior?
It's 4 feet.
4 feet?
Yeah. And the tide is just halfway, so.
Perfect. All right. Another trap deployed. Senior Salty hit the mark.
I'm hitting it now.
And coming up on trap number 2. Hopefully we got some better luck on this one than the first. Which, as far as I know of blue crabbing, from north, having a little bit of current is nice. Spider. Oh, I see a blue crab. Oh, I see a bunch of blue crabs. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Senior Salty was right again.
Eggs. Come on in.
Ah,
We got a
female.
female with
2
eggs.
females.
2 females with eggs.
Oh, that's a huge crab too. Look at the size of it.
That's a giant crab.
Oh wow, that was
Wow,
good. We
okay.
did good.
That's a giant blue crab.
That's a big blue crab, right? Yeah.
Wow. Holy cow.
Livin Salty released the crabs without getting bit.
Yep, that'll be fun. Here's what we were talking about. So you could tell a female by its, I believe it's called a carapace on the bottom.
Ooh.
And it's got this orange sac here, and those are all crab eggs. So this beautiful blue crab, which would be a keeper because there is actually no size limit as long as it's not egg bearing. So this one has to be released into the water. Get her going.
I don't want to find these guys in the boat in the morning.
We got a giant spider crab.
Come on. I think you should show your fans what it's like to get bit by a crab.
No, we're not going to. So look at that. Another egg bearing female. We'll get her released right away. Our last female here is not an egg bearing female. So we're going to throw her in a bucket. If we get enough crabs, we'll keep her. If not, we'll release her. She doesn't want to let go of the towel, so we're just going to throw her in the bucket with the towel. Because it was so good,
You're going to get an extra piece of
getting an extra horn belly. Off she goes. Go catch some more crabs. This time, maybe not so many egg-bearing females. But those were some giant crabs. That makes me excited. So the next crab trap we're pulling here is going to be the one that's next to the channel marker. This is the one that we said possibly could have a stone crab in it. We'll see.
Uh-oh. Not
Whole lot of nothing.
nothing.
Not a single crab. Coming up on our last pod here, this is on the intercoastal. This one's closer to, or this one's on the intercoastal side, closer to an island. See yourself, he's coming in hot. We got our last pot that didn't catch anything still on the boat here with us because we're moving spots with that one.
Uh-oh.
Mighty empty.
So only a one producer?
Well, produced 3 blue crabs and it was all in the same spot. So that tells you something. We're moving a lot more traps in that area. We got 4 feet, Senior?
Yeah, we got over 4 feet. We got a nice drop and it's like a lot of grass down there. Uh-oh, we have a tangle up here. Tangle up. Salty was not prepared here. Made a mess.
He was prepared. He just got a little tangled on the throw. We had a nice little drop off there. It went from about 2 feet to what, like 6 foot almost?
Yeah.
So nice little thing to look for, just kind of changing it up. A little grassy area over here. And we're about, I don't know, 200 feet away from where we caught the 3 crabs, the 3 blue crabs in the trap. So we're gonna go ahead and set the other intracoastal trap over in this vicinity. Here she goes. Senior Salty's gonna hit the mark button, and that's gonna be a wrap here for their first ever crab trap pull on Lil Salty.
Ooh.
So we're gonna go ahead and let that one crab that we kept go, because we're not gonna just keep one crab. Hopefully we get a bunch more next time we come out here. We'll see you guys in a couple days when it's time to pull these traps again. Back on the water for another day of some crabbing. Today I am just solo, no Senior Salty, and it's really windy out today. And it's also really dead low tide, to the point where I almost couldn't get our skiff off the lift, which is crazy since this thing is a skiff and rides in no water and it's almost a flat bottom. So we're heading back out. It's been since Tuesday, I think. Monday, Tuesday, I don't know, like 3 or 4 days since we pulled the traps the last time, so they've been sitting a little bit longer, hoping there's gonna be some nice juicy crabs in them for today. We got our bait ready to load these traps back up once we pull them, and of course we had to bring our pole, because can't go on a boat without a fishing pole. That is rule number 1 of boating 101 right there. Let's head on out. It's gonna be a little challenging to pull these solo today with this wind, but we're gonna get it done. Hopefully get some crabs doing it. Alright, we're gonna use the trolling motor to help us out a little today. We're set up right next to our first trap over here. This is the one that we put not in the same location as the other 3. So the other 3 are all kind of bunched in the same area that we caught those other 3 blue claws at last time. This one is kind of off on its own a little bit. So it also just goes to prove that you don't need people as an excuse to not go do the things you love. Senior Salty's not here right now. He had to go up to Georgia with Dr. Salty, and so you couldn't come out. But we're still pulling crab traps today. It's not stopping us. First trap coming up, and we got 1 blue claw. Here we go. Got 1 blue claw hanging on right at the end over there. Looks like it's going to be a female, but not an egg-bearing one, so that is going to be a keeper blue claw. So there we go. We got our first blue claw of the day. You tell it's a female by the carapace on the bottom. This one is not very big, but we're still going to throw it in the box, the well there, just in case. We'll see how many we get today. I think we're going to go ahead and move this trap towards the other ones, or at least I'm going to hold on to it for now, see how the other ones go, and if they go well, we're going to move this one towards them. Pulling up on the second crab trap. This is the spot that got the crabs the last time. Grab our buoy. Oh, we got a stone crab. Oh yeah! Let's go! We also got our freaking blue crab as well. Holy cow! Oh man, this is exciting. It's a nice sized blue crab, and it might even be a keeper stone. Ooh, baby! The only thing is we don't have our gauge with us, so we're gonna have to keep this guy alive in the live well until we get back to the dock where we can measure him. Woo! Look at the size of that crab. Now we're talking. This is a beautiful blue crab. It's going to be a male. You can tell by the carapace. You see how it looks different than the females I was showing you before? This is going to be a nice size eater, and that's going to be 2 for tonight. Plus we got this stone crab that we got to check out. Oh man, this is exciting. And here's gonna be our stone crab. So you can see he's a little bit different looking of a crab. I know the lighting's not great. Try to show it off a little better for you. He looks a little bit different. He has these big claws. I mean, look at the size of these claws. That is a beaut right there. We're gonna have to take him back to the house. This is definitely not a keeper claw. That's gonna be his pincher. This is gonna be the crusher. These guys are so strong. When you grab them, you can feel them fighting back really, really strong. They're unlike anything else. So he's going in the live well, and we're gonna take him back to the dock. We gotta measure and make sure his claw is legal. But this is awesome to see. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. There she goes. Just like that. Off to catch some more crabs. All right, let's pull her in. Leave your guesses in the comments. What are we getting for this trap? Good or bad? Looks like not so good. There might be one crab hiding in the weeds over there, but let's see. This trap's definitely not getting put in the same spot. On to the next. Last crab trap, here we go. Fingers crossed it's a good one. We could really use a good trap here of at least 2 more crabs for a meal. Or else I'm not really sure what we're gonna do. Here we go. I see nothing. Shoot! Really? So we only got one spot that catches crabs? Whether you call that a success or not, I'm not sure. But we still got a stone crab in the well that we're gonna have to go check at the dock. We got 2 keeper crabs. And I'll see you guys either in the kitchen, in the backyard, back out on Lil Salt. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to attempt to check. This is our gauge to see how big a stone crab claw needs to be. It's going to be the smaller side, which is going to be 2 7/8 right here. So we got to measure the claw to see if it's a keeper. Good news, he is a keeper claw, and let's show you how we are measuring it now. And you're going to want to measure from that joint up to this lower point of the claw. Hopefully you can see right there, yep. And you can see how that claw hits the measure. That means it is a keeper claw right there, so we get to harvest ourselves a stone crab claw. This is gonna be great. He's got this joint right inside here where his claw is that you can push in with a knife and they release it like a fighting mechanism. Oh, perfect. All right, that was a great example. Hopefully you guys just saw that. You can clearly see that this one is not a keeper claw because it fits inside of the gauge. Now that is a perfect example of what happens in the wild. So me and this crab, we're just at war here, right? Embarrassing, yes, I know. And I'm trying to get this claw off of him. And what does he do? He releases it. As an instinctual battle mechanism, he releases his claw so that way he doesn't end up dying, and we actually didn't even have to let it go. So that is going to be one stone crab claw right there. An absolute beauty. It's going to taste delicious. We are very excited about this. We're going to have more crabbing videos soon, and I'm going to do like a whole seafood boil hopefully very soon, but for now we're just gonna end up boiling all this and eating some good old crab with some butter tonight. So looking forward to that. I'm gonna go ahead, throw this stone crab back because that is the great thing. It is a renewable resource. So unlike the blue crab, which is kind of cool, we're cooking 2 different kind of crabs here tonight. This whole entire crab with his 1 claw now goes back. He survives with 1 claw. The other one was a keeper. We can harvest that too and he'd be a scavenger. But this stone crab is going to get released into the water now, and the other blue crabs, not so lucky. They don't get released. They get boiled up here. It's cooking time. We are back in the kitchen. Today, it's just me. No Mama Salty, no Senior. We got nobody here but me to enjoy this delicious crab meal. So we got our one beautiful stone crab claw. And you know what? I decided we're going to go ahead and feast on some crab today because we got that stone crab claw. We have to cook it tonight or else you really got to cook it right away. So if we're boiling the water and we're cooking some crab, we might as well cook up our blue crabs in the bucket there. Not as many as I wanted, but you know, we're gonna call it for today's video. You know, it's gonna be good enough for now. We're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna boil them. We're gonna throw a little bit of Old Bay seasoning in there. We're gonna dip them in some butter, and it's gonna be delicious. But pretty soon, I want to go back out there, make another crab video for you guys, catch a whole lot of them, hopefully, fingers crossed, and we're going to do a true classic seafood boil. I'm talking potatoes, corn, a whole ton of crab seasoning. We're going to have some shrimp in there, crab. I mean, it's going to be good. I wanted to do it for this video, but I'm not getting enough crabs right now, and I don't have the time. And I need some more people here to enjoy it with. So we're going to hold off on that. But today we're going to be cooking up some stone crab claw. And today is unique because we get to do a direct comparison or a taste test, blue crab versus stone crab. If you guys don't know, out in the market, this claw, which is the smallest claw pretty much of a keeper size, it's not a jumbo claw by any mean. This will fetch you like $18 at a restaurant. Like, it is insane how much these claws go for. Super desirable down here in South Florida. Blue crab, not as much. More popular up north than they are here, but I love me some blue crab, and we get to try them side by side today, which is awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and start boiling up our crabs, and I'll show you guys how we're doing that. And we're doing a little taste test today. It's like we're just getting to boil. So we're gonna go ahead and turn that down a bit. It's time to start cooking our crabs. So I'm gonna end up doing these blue crabs for about 10 minutes. And I'm gonna do that stone crab for 5 to 6 minutes. So we're gonna put the blue crabs in first, and then the stone crabs. This is the part where if you are an animal lover or something, you think crabs have feelings, this is the part you probably want to just skip ahead 10 seconds. Holy cow, they're feisty. One way to avoid this is by putting them on ice. It kind of numbs them down a little bit, but we didn't have time to do that today, so. All right, one crab going in. Blue crabs have such attitudes. They are a feisty crab. They're in there. Now we gotta boil them up for about 10 minutes. I almost forgot. We gotta add some Old Bay seasoning. Sorry guys, I know I'm all over the place. Honestly, I'm not used to filming by myself like this. I get a little spoiled with having camera people for me, aka Senior Salty, Mama Salty. But, not that I think it makes a huge difference, but we're gonna add a little bit of Old Bay in there. There we go. 6 minutes on the clock. Let's drop in our stone crab claw. The stone crab claw is a little bit different because once that's done, we actually have to put it in a bucket of ice water to stop the cooking process because that shell is so thick that it actually will continue to cook the crab. There we go. Timer is done. Let's go ahead and slide this off. Here's our stone crab claw, looking beautiful. We're a little fogged up there. Look at that. Right into this cold ice bath. That way it stops that cooking immediately. Blue crab number 1. So those are definitely going to be really hot, so we're going to want to give it a minute to cool down. And while we're waiting for that, I do want to say that first off, if you guys are watching this point in the video, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Definitely consider subscribing down below. Helps out the channel a lot. Also, if you like the hat that I'm wearing or any of the merchandise you've seen, I have it all available for sale actually on my Instagram page, so go check that out. It's the pinned comment. I've got a lot of these hats, the visors, the neck buffs, not so many of the shirts, but definitely the hats and stuff if you guys like it. Go check it out. It's really cool stuff. Now that is an absolutely delicious plate of dinner if I've ever seen one. 2 blue crabs, 1 beautiful looking stone crab claw. We're doing the official taste test here today. Is stone crab really worth all that extra money, or does it taste just as good as one of these good old blue claws? Let's find out. Let's dig in. Cheers, guys. Right into our butter, too. Let's dive into a blue crab first. And let's dig in. Been a while since I've cracked some crab claws, I can tell you that. Not bad cooked, it's really not sticking to the shell, but this is what you get. With blue crabs, you get a lot of work and you get just a little bit of meat. So this is gonna be your claw meat, really delicious. Dip in a little bit of butter Old Bay. Let's give it a test. Oh, I love some blue crab. Sweet, buttery, and delicious. Could eat this all night. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. I mean, you don't even need butter for this. Honestly. Oh my God, it's insane. It tastes so sweet and so delicious even without butter. It's just, I love blue crab. I love crabs in general. I'm a big shellfish guy. But now it's time for the stone crab, which are a little tougher. So what a lot of people do is, I got a butter knife here, and I got my crab. So I'm gonna wrap it in a paper towel so it doesn't make a mess everywhere. And you're gonna take the back of the butter knife and hit it hard so that you crack the shell in a couple spots. You don't wanna break the shell into a bunch of small pieces because you really don't wanna bite this shell. I mean, it's a hard shell. So you're just gonna go, maybe break it along the joint over here. And now this is what you look for. This is what they call a stone crab lollipop. That is exactly what you're looking for. We got all the shell off of there. Like I said, you don't want any bits of shell or else it's really gonna hurt. Now compared to the blue claw where you get a bunch of little meat, stone crab, you get a big old lollipop like this that we're just gonna go ahead, swirl and dunk in a little bit of that Old Bay butter. And we are going to really savor and enjoy this blue crab. Like I said, this is like 18 bucks at a restaurant right here. Cheers, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God, that's incredible. Just something about getting all that meat at one time. Look at that. No meat wasted, completely clean, perfectly cooked, might I say. 6 minutes right into the ice water. Absolutely perfect. And you do get a little bit more meat, so we'll pick a little bit more meat out of this knuckle, but I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the rest of this meal here tonight. Consensus on the taste test, honestly, flavor of the crab, pretty similar. I might even like the blue crab just a smidge more, to be honest. You get a little bit sweeter of a flavor, but they're both insanely good. The stone crab is a lot less work. You get a lot more meat. Blue crab, to me, it's worth doing the digging. I enjoy it too. I think it's fun. So thank you guys for watching today's video. Like I said, first crabbing video of many. Super excited about doing this now on the channel. If you guys enjoyed today's video and you're looking forward to more crabbing videos, hit the like button, subscribe down below so that way you're notified for those videos in the future. Go ahead and check out this video on the left side of the screen. I think you guys are really going to enjoy that as well. It's going to be another adventure out on Lil Salt. Not going to be crabbing this time, but it's going to be a fun day. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Until our next adventure, remember to keep living salty.